Welcome back to Busted Open. Doug Mortman, Dave LaGreca, and Emma, one of the rising WWE divas on the scene here. But before we get into WWE stuff, I want to go back a little bit to NXT Arrival, because that match versus Paige was something phenomenal. Is that the moment of your career right now?
Yeah, definitely. That was a huge night for us. NXT is like a family for me. It's my home. I'll always have a special spot in my heart. And it was such a huge night to be the first pay-per-view on the network, and then to be facing Paige. Both of us have extensive backgrounds before we got to the WWE, and we kind of share that passion. So we just wanted to go out there and give it our all, and I think we did an okay job of that. And it's definitely my biggest moment so far.
Now, because of the network, we get to see NXT every week. I mean, how important is that to you? Because, listen, you have that character with Santino. In the back of your mind, you must be saying to all those people, I can go in the ring too. NXT and the network is giving you that opportunity.
Yeah, well, that's right, actually, and I feel like they'll see in time anyway. Like, there's so much that is going to come this year with the WWE, but exactly, they can watch all my matches from NXT now on the network and see exactly what I can do when I'm by myself as well. But I think being teamed up with Santino is a blessing. He's amazing. He's so much fun. He's just a hilarious person to be around. And, that's just who I am as a character, too. I like to have fun and make people laugh and enjoy the moment.
And
so
Italians are charming people, Italians.
Are you Italian?
I am Italian, so I'm sure you know that by being around
plug.
Santino.
Plug Italia, that's good. I mean, it's got to be a fine line, too, between being funny, being even, goofy to a certain extent, and enjoying yourself and the evolution, of course.
Yeah.
But also, you want to be taken seriously as a performer as well.
Right. Which is why when I get in the ring and when you see me wrestle like some matches against Summer Rae in the past couple of months, you can see that I'll get in there and I'll still wrestle. I'll still do moves that people haven't seen before. The dilemma, the Emma lock, all those things. I still do very physical moves and very much I use my background in wrestling when I get in the ring. And I'm sure I just have some fun and dance around and blow some bubbles when I'm not out there. It's just a good mixture of everything. I'm just having fun out there. And
right now, like, the Divas division is all over the place because you have what's going on in the ring. You have NXT. You have Total Divas. I mean, what did you want to concentrate? Did you just want to come in and just show what you can do in the ring, or do you like all those different aspects about everything that's going on?
I like all the different aspects. Obviously, I'm not part of Total Divas. But I think that's a huge opportunity for the divas that we have right now, and it's kind of opening up a lot of avenues. And Summer Rae is going to be starring in a film coming up. So I think it just goes to show that this opens up so many pathways as well for the WWE divas. And coming into this is kind of I just knew that whatever opportunity I was presented with, I was going to make the most of it. I'm confident in my in-ring abilities and my out-of-ring abilities, and NXT has helped me with that, to develop my character and to be well-rounded. And anything, they threw at me, I was going to take advantage of. But honestly, I think being with Santino was something I pictured, and I think that was a great way to come in. And of course, down the line, I can always, whatever happens, venture off onto my own or whatever it might be. But it's a perfect way to come into the company.
Would you want to be on Total Divas? Because I don't know if that's for everybody. Having cameras tailing you, 24/7, that's not easy.
No, I can't imagine it's easy. I mean, I know their schedules are pretty crazy. I would totally do Total Divas. And I did notice they don't have any international
this is true.
divas on this show, so hello. No, but I think, it's a great opportunity for them and for the company as well. And, sure, it's hectic, but for however many months, and then look what comes from it, all the opportunities, so it's totally worth it.
Well, if Total Divas were to pick you to be on the show and they were to follow you, what would they find out about you?
Well, I think I'm very different to the other divas. A lot of them are kind of, I'm more of a tomboy. A lot of them are very girly, very there's lots of cat fights, there's lots of commotion. I kind of just do my own thing and don't worry about the small things in life. I just like to have fun and make people laugh. So I think I kind of bring a different aspect to Total Divas.
You try to stay away from the cattiness in the locker room, because we see a lot of that. I mean, whether the reality of it, could be questioned or not. Either way, I'm sure, especially, look, being a married man, get to know a lot about women. The claws come out when you feel threatened.
That's life.
You try to stay away from that whole thing.
Oh yeah, I just I've always loved wrestling since I was a little girl, and this has always been my dream. So I don't worry about the small things. I like to be friends with everyone. I like to just focus on my own career and just make sure I'm doing what I set out to achieve.
Sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was going to just ask you. You talked about always being a fan of wrestling. What got you into wrestling?
I started watching wrestling with my big brother Jake when I was like 8 years old, something crazy. I remember he was a big fan, and he kind of made me watch it, and then it kind of switched, and I'd be the one kind of tugging on his shirt. Like, Jake, wrestling's on, let's go. So I guess I never snapped out of it after that, and I trained around Australia, then moved overseas and trained with Lance Storm at the Storm Wrestling Academy.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
I was like 19 when I moved there, and kind of set out on my own, traveled, and just networked for years around Canada and the US and Australia, until I felt like I was kind of ready and that I was what WWE was looking for.
Take us back to Australia. What's the wrestling scene like over there?
It's not as big as it is in the United States, but we have maybe 2 or 3 main promotions in each city in Australia, and that's where this all started. So there's lots of Australian fans out there. I remember my first show was the Global Warning Tour in 2002. I think there was like 68,000 people there. It was crazy huge. Yeah. I'll never forget. I remember I paid like $375 for a seat that wasn't that close to the front still, and I sat by myself just so I could go and watch the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a dedicated wrestling fan.
Yeah, since I was 8 years old, and I've never snapped out of it.
Well, what's it like being a fan since 8 years old, being a part of Wrestlemania Weekend?
It's a dream come true. It's all I've ever wanted to do was to wrestle, and it took years to get here and lots of sacrifices. And I haven't seen my family since Christmas the year before last.
Oh wow!
So Australia's a long way away from here, and we're on the road 24/7 traveling. And you know what? When I'm at home in Orlando, then I basically I'm thinking about what I'm going to do again when I leave. I'm writing down ideas and, practicing in the ring and going to the gym. So everything is about this dream, and just making sure I keep achieving what I set out to do.
You're not just part of the weekend. You're going to be a part of WrestleMania. I mean, you got to pinch yourself right now. You're paying big bucks to sit in front as a kid of a big time show in Australia. Now you're here. You're going to be on the biggest show in the history of wrestling shows. That's got to be, you got to pinch yourself.
Are you trying to make me nervous?
No pressure.
No, it is so surreal.
It's only 80,000 people
only
looking just at you.
No big deal.
Everyone's going to be looking at you.
I'm so excited by that thought. It's crazy.
Pay no attention to this hyena over here, please.
I'm going to try find as many pictures and memories as I can after this night. But
seriously,
just to hear my music and the bubbles and do my dance in front of all those people, to get in that ring at WrestleMania is just insane. I mean, like, I've only been with WWE on the main roster since January, so it's 3 months, and this is my first pay-per-view, and it's WrestleMania.
Wow.
Yeah, like, that says it all right there.
Are you going to take a moment to kind of like look and just enjoy the moment? We were just speaking to Daniel Bryan, and he wanted to make sure that he did take that time to kind of enjoy it. You have to. So will you be able to do that?
I remember, I was there last year, but with NXT, with Access. So it was a completely different level, and I remember for the main event, I went and stood on the floor at the stadium and just to listen to the entrances and listen to the crowd, and it just gave me goosebumps over and over. So to be coming out that stage now, I'll just wait and see what that feels like. But it's just going to be incredible to be a part of that.
Well, best of luck come Sunday. We're really excited for you. We really enjoy watching your work. It's got to be cool for the family. They don't have to worry about trying to find WWE, syndicated, or trying to dive through the dial. They could just pop on the good old World Wide Web, as my friend over here would say, and boom, there's NXT, and they can watch a lot of your stuff. So that's really cool. Continued success, Emma, okay?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.